Right.
What are you doing?
Oh, no. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
And we asked you guys to ask a few questions about what it's like to be an only child, just because I don't know if you get this, but when you tell people you're an only child, they're like, yeah, we exist.
Oh, can I also just say that we're Hispanics? So usually in a Hispanic family there'll be like
1 million kids.
1,000 kids.
Because I know my mom, in total there are 8 siblings. My dad as well, there are about 8 siblings. So
My dad's side, I would say like 7 or 6. I know there was one that didn't happen. They lost it.
yeah.
My mom's side is 12.
Oh, 12! Wow.
You were still like...
That's a strong JJ. Wow, okay.
Props to my grandma.
Yeah, oh my god.
I guess we could say George. His username is call me Mr. G Smooth. No, not G Smooth. GQ Smooth.
Like GQ magazine.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not a question, but he was an only child as well for 22 years, and he's thankful for his baby sister.
Yeah, that shows that
Yeah.
having siblings is really great. Like, I see a lot of people, they're like, oh, I hate my brother or sister. I'm like, I wish I had a brother or a sister, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be ungrateful for your siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't like being lonely. I don't like being an only child.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. If you're watching this, are you happy that you actually have a sibling now? That you're no longer an only child, that you have somebody to talk to, well, even though she's still a kid, a little baby. Maybe you're happy that you have a sister.
Because I think the toughest thing sometimes is like when you're going through stuff, you know? Like, if you have a sister there with you, you can get a hug from your sister. Like, with me, I'm not very lovey-dovey with my parents.
Same.
So I don't really like go to my mom and like whenever I have something to talk about, I don't really go to my mom and be like, Mom, like this, you know? I kind of just grew up hugging my teddy bear. There you go. So if you have your sibling to hug when you're going through, like, that's I'm pretty sure that's a really awesome thing that some of us can't experience. And it really sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
It does. So be grateful for your siblings. So this one's from Millie. She asked 2 different questions. I'm just gonna say them both. Do you ever feel lonely? And would you like a sibling?
Okay. I think we just basically talked about that.
Yeah.
Like, I do get lonely. I have dogs. Let me tell you what I used to have. Okay.
Oh.
I used to have dogs, like birds, like different kinds of birds, like parakeets, lovebirds, parrot, fishes. Did I already say rabbit?
No.
A rabbit. I have guinea pigs.
See, you're lucky though that your parents let you have pets. Because my parents don't like me having pets. So I get really lonely because I don't even have a dog to be like, hey, come here, like hug me or something, you know? Yeah, so like if you ever have kids and you decide to only have one kid, please let them have a pet. Like, please, you have no idea
Yeah.
like how much it sucks to be like in your room and you're like, I don't know what to do. Like basically TV was my best friend growing up.
Oh.
Do you wish you had a sibling? I do wish I had a sibling in the part of when something happens, like, I don't know if this happened to you, but if something ever breaks at home, automatically you're the one who gets the blame for it because there's no other kids. And like, I think one time something happened to the washer. I didn't touch the washer and my dad was like, you broke it. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Or like, if anything, you know, gets like messed up, they'll blame you for it because you're the only child there. And they blame children for everything. And I don't have anyone else to be like, well, it was my sister who did it. So I hate that. I don't know if you get that.
Not really. I would like accidentally break stuff, but I have pets. So you'll be like, oh, Maverick dropped it, or like Ginger did this and that and all that. We have 2 people here. How do you say it? How would you say this?
Nati Lozano.
There you go, Nati Lozano. She's like, B, I'm an only child too. It gets way too lonely.
It does get lonely.
It does get lonely, yes. It does. I get your pain.
I don't know if you ever feel like sometimes like I'll be out with like friends or like I'll be out, you know, doing stuff, and then they'll be like, I'll kind of stop and I'll be like, I kind of want to go home and be by myself. I don't know, like I'll get moments where I'm like, okay, I think I've had enough human interaction for today. I kind of want to go home by myself. Is that
like,
weird?
Coming from an only child, yes.
Really?
Only because I don't like being by myself. I don't. Like, I hate being by myself.
I do enjoy some, like, I do enjoy my me time. Like, I love going to the movies by myself. Whenever I tell people that are, like, going to the movies by myself, they're like, that's weird. I'm like, no, it's really therapeutic. I don't know. I enjoy that. I definitely do need my me time sometimes. Like, I really do.
I don't like doing things by myself. Like, if I was to want to go... The only time, like, I'll have me time is when I go ice skating.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even then, I have people to talk to over there. It's not like I'm there by myself, not talking to anybody. Like, I have a friend over there with pink hair.
Oh, yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah. Kitty.
Oh, you know what I do hate, though? Like, it's like you can't... Like, I have Uno cards, but I have no one to play with. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you get board games, and you're like, I have no one to play with. You know?
I would play with my parents
Really?
when I was younger.
No, my parents don't like playing.
I used to have so many board games, and I'll be like, let's play a game. And they're like, in a bit. I'm like, but I'm bored.
Yeah, like, I had, I remember my parents bought me a Wii, and, like, for, like, the beginning, I was like, oh, this is so exciting, and then you get certain games where, like, it's, like, for 2 players, it's more fun with 2 players, and you're like, I have no one to play with.
It is a lot of fun with 2 players.
Yeah, like, the only card game you can play, basically, when you're an only child is Solitaire. So I'm really good at Solitaire because of it, yeah.
I've never played Solitaire.
I'm so good at Solitaire. Yeah. That's what I hate that you're just like, I have no one to play with. This is the one thing I hate the most when you tell someone you're an only child. Their automatic response is, so you're spoiled.
I hate that.
So someone said, from a scale of 1 to 10, how spoiled are you? This is from Eric Sun. Yeah.
I feel like no matter what we're gonna say, they're gonna be like, no, you're spoiled.
You're spoiled, yeah. Basically. I don't think, I mean, I did get whatever I wanted, but it wasn't like just because I wanted it. Like, if I didn't have good grades and if I didn't, like, if I wasn't good, I wouldn't get whatever. I had to, like, work, like, have good grades and be a good child and, like, be, basically a perfect daughter in order for me to get whatever I want. Like, there are kids who just get whatever they want, but that's not how it rolls in my family. Because I know I hate when people are like, oh, your parents bought you your first car, well, I had to work for mine. I think what people need to understand is, like, some parents can afford to spoil their child, other parents can't. Like, and that's not our fault, you know what I mean? It's hard to say certain things without sounding, like, obnoxious about it. Yeah, it's, like, a very sensitive topic, kind of.
I wouldn't
But
say...
are you, like, grateful for the stuff that you have? Because there's like, children who, like, get whatever they want, and they're like, why I didn't want it in this color?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like,
oh, yeah.
There's a difference. Like, for everything my parents have ever gotten me, I'm, like, honestly super grateful about it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I could just say that when I was younger, I was a brat and I wanted everything. I never got everything I wanted, or else I'll probably have, like, a gazillion dogs.
She has 4.
I bought 2 of them with my money. Okay, let's just keep that. And then I bought my guinea pigs, not my parents, me. Okay.
Like, people don't think that we are responsible for, like, our own money or are responsible for buying, that we expect mommy and daddy to get everything for us. Because I know I didn't work until I was 19, and my dad told me, he's like, I don't need you to work because obviously we have the money to take care of you. I just think that you need to learn how to, like, be responsible,
be an adult,
and be an adult. So my parents, they didn't make me work, but they suggested that I get a job so that I can learn what it's like to have my own money, how to handle my own money, and start learning how to not rely on mommy and daddy.
Most of my, I would say, teen on to right now, I've been always called, like, oh, I'm a brat, I'm so spoiled.
Daddy's girl. Yeah, that was my main thing, daddy's girl.
I've been trying so hard to get away from that, and yet I could never get away from it.
Yeah, you can't. Like, no matter, people won't give you the credit for it because you're an only child. That's what I was trying to say. People don't give you the credit once you start learning how to, like, pay for your own shit, you know?
Yeah. So I don't think you'll ever get away from that until you move out.
Yeah, basically.
I'm pretty sure even then they'll be like, oh,
well, your parents probably paid for it. Yeah. Yeah, that's really annoying.
There you go.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Yeah.
So,
I think that was hard in the beginning.
What,
like, learning how to save money. Because I remember when I got my first paycheck, I was like, money, yay! And I kind of, like, bought a bunch of I didn't need.
I bought a lot of makeup.
But then after I kind of started learning how to like save my money. That's why when I quit work, those 4 months I had money to get me by because I learned how to save money.
So my cousin Salma,
Mm-hmm.
her username is Salma Itlali. She was saying like, what about me? Because we were both only childs for a good while, and then her mom has 2 kids from a different person. And we would always be like, oh, we're siblings. People actually still say that me and her have similarities because during Christmas, we were playing Mario Kart, and then I overhear my aunt. She's like, look at, they look so similar. Like profile.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, they look so similar. Like if they could be sisters. Like we used to call each other sisters because we would always hang out. Like
Yeah, you kind of start calling other people your sisters. Basically, a lot of people, I don't know if they ask with bad intentions or if it like in an ignorant way, or they're just like, you know, because a lot of times people say, why didn't your parents try having other kids? Do you ever get that question?
no, I asked them that.
Really? No,
I used to ask my
me,
parents that.
no, to me, like people will say, well, why didn't your parents have other kids? And I like really hate it because they say it in like a, well, like why didn't your parents have other kids? No, my parents did try to have kids. My mom was actually pregnant with twins, but they passed away. You know, so and people are, when you say that, they're like, oh, they're taken back. So when you ask that question, try to be sensitive about it because it really does bug someone and it can get someone really emotional because like you don't know the background of it, you know. So that's kind of like a really ignorant thing to say sometimes.
I don't think anybody has asked me why didn't they try to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I asked my parents that, and they're just like, we only wanted one. And they're
Yeah, some people just want one. Some people don't want kids at all.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're alone?
Honestly, I just watch YouTube. When I'm by myself, I just watch YouTube or play games. Now that Chris bought me a Switch.
I usually, like you say, I watch YouTube. Or I actually love watching movies. I don't know. I really love watching movies. I'll read books. I love my books, so I'll read lots of books. If I'm in school, I'll be doing homework and shit. And then one thing that I do a lot, because I'm a dancer, and my brain has this thing where it won't leave me alone until I finish a choreography. So it'll literally be 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm working on something. I'll spend that time choreographing. So like I can't really say that I don't have anything to do because my mind will be like, you better finish this piece, and I'm like, wait, I can't. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
I think you kind of just learn how to, but that's also a good thing, learning how to be on your own. You know what I mean?
That's on you, because I don't like being alone.
I think
You like being alone. I don't like being alone. That's why.
I think it's an important. I mean, you don't have to like it, but you have to know how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know how to be alone.
Also, you're not shy. I'm shy.
That's true. Well, what's one thing you do like about being an only child?
Having my space.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I know some people are like, well, I have to share a room with my brother and blah blah blah. Yeah, so I guess having your own room is cool.
I think also with the only child part comes strict parents.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's bring up the strict part.
What I hate the most is when people are like, well, you're 22, you can do whatever you want. No, I can't. No, I can't. Especially in a Hispanic family. No, I can't.
Hispanic family, then you're the only child.
And you're an only child, yeah, no, you can't. I like, that irritates me so much. We're like, well, you're grown, okay? I'm still living under the rules. Maybe your parents roll like that, but mine don't.
Yeah. In a Hispanic family, there's 2 different kinds of parents. There's one that's super, super strict, and then one that doesn't really care what the child
Especially
does.
if they're girls, too. And girls aren't.
It's like, why are guys allowed to go out, and then the girls are like, oh no, you can't go out, and all this and that and that. Something's gonna happen to you. It's like, what if something happens to the guy, too? You can't just be like, yeah, go for it, and you don't know what's gonna happen to the guy.
Yeah.
I want to go out, but I don't have anybody to go out with.
Yeah,
I
that
have, like,
sucks
I don't have
sometimes.
like siblings to go out with, and then you have friends to go out with, but you can only go out with them for so much.
Yeah.
Up to where your parents are like, yeah, you're going out too much.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I already went out today. If I can go tomorrow,
that's the one thing we think about.
Yeah,
together.
that. Like, I know. I think it was like last week I was freaking out because like my friend took me to Knott's, and then I have dance class, and then we were going to another event. And like in my head, like I don't know if my dad is ever gonna say like you've been going out too much, but like I feel like I'm getting to that point because I have been going out a lot.
Really?
And in my head it messes with me because I'm like, I feel like my dad's gonna say no, 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 no. Yeah, you kind of freak out about like, I think I'm having too much fun, and my parents are gonna say something about it.
Yeah, my parents, I would say like if I was to go to, okay, for me, I go skating Monday through Wednesday, and then I have a work from Thursday to Sunday. So that's already canceled for them. Like they already know it's gonna happen. So if I was to say like, oh, I'm gonna go to Disney on Monday, I'm gonna skip skating for that, they'd be like, okay. And then say if I wanted to go to the movies on Wednesday, I kind of have to be like,
Can I?
I'll either ask them or I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the movies because I already have the ticket, and they have no choice but to say like, okay.
Yeah.
But after that, I won't be able to ask to go out again because I know it's gonna be a definite no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like the limit is 2. The limit does exist for us.
The limit does exist. Yeah. Or like sometimes, like my dad already knows when I'm gonna ask him for something because I'll be like, Daddy, and he's like, no, there's no money, there's no permission.
You call him Daddy?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't, because my daddy.
Oh, I call him
Not in a non-sexual way. I hate that they sexualize the word. Like,
yeah.
like, he's my daddy. It's probably Maverick.
Oh, I locked it? Maverick!
It is Maverick.
It must be nice for you not being an only child, huh? Come here, come on now. You little stinky.
Oh, but like, my other question was like, has it messed with you like mentally? You know what I mean? Like, I think the root of my anxiety is because I'm an only child.
I don't have anxiety, so I really can't like relate with you.
Yeah.
But mentally being an only child, I don't think it bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it's like messed with my mind. Probably only the part where like when people say like, oh, I have to share this and that with my siblings, and I'm just like, I can't relate.
You know, like for me it's like there are moments where I can't be alone. Like I have to be with someone.
Oh, that's me all the time.
Or like sometimes like I swear to God, like if I'm ever home alone, I get like the worst anxiety. Like the worst anxiety. And I'm like, I have to like go somewhere. I have to do something.
So I kind of get you on that part. Like,
yeah,
I can't stay home for a whole day. Like, I'll be happy that
that's fucking worse. That's the worst.
I'll be happy that I could stay home and not even go ice skating. But even then, after like 6 p.m., I'm just like, I have cabin fever. I have to get out and talk to people.
Yeah. I think also for me, a problem that it has caused with me is that because you kind of learn how to deal with problems on your own. Me, like if I ever had like a situation, I don't talk to people. You know what I mean? And that's like one of my biggest problems, not learning how to communicate.
Holding stuff
in.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to it just being you.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I kind of learned, but I just won't say it to my
like
my
I'm learning at the moment. I am learning how to communicate with people, but
wasn't that your struggles?
Yeah, it's one of my biggest struggles. Learning how to communicate your feelings is my biggest struggle. But it's because I'm an only child, because I never had anyone to talk to, you know? Mm-hmm. But I think, I'm learning. That's the, good part about it. But I think it messed with me in that way that I kind of always felt like I had to deal with my own problems and not tell anyone about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also good to know how to be on your own. But not too much.
I don't know how to be on my own.
I do. It's great.
I don't like it.
But I want a friend sometimes.
Oh,
so I call it Lee. If you guys have any ideas of what you guys want us to do next, go ahead.
Yes.
Leave them below too.
A little bit of help. Just a little
bit of help.
All right. Bye.
Bye.